On this episode of the Common Constitutionalist podcast, I discuss yet another win for the anti-gun, anti-common sense lobby, but it's in California, so you might expect that. And another special forces command has decided that, hey, why not? Let's be politically correct like the Army Rangers and allow women into our special branch of the military. Today, on the Common Constitutionalist.
You're listening to the Common Constitutionalist, broadcasting from an undisclosed location, free from the prying eyes of establishment black helicopters.
Hello. Welcome back. This is the Common Constitutionalist. This is the Common Constitutionalist podcast segment number 1. As I said in my intro, it is another win for the anti-gun, anti-common sense lobby, but it's in California, so that's to be expected. This time it's the San Francisco, well, it's not San Francisco Bay Area, it's San Francisco itself. The company is called Highbridge Arms. It's been in existence since the 1950s. It was actually started from a guy owned it, started the company back in the early 50s, I guess it was, and he was a Olympic shooter by the name of Bob Chow. He was a 1948 Olympian. In 1988, he sold the gun shop Highbridge Arms to Andy Takahashi. In 1988, Takahashi. Love that name. But hey, he's a good gun owner. He's a good gun store owner. So you gotta love Takahashi. So basically, the Highbridge Arms has said no mas. They just can't take it anymore. They can't take the persecution anymore. Not prosecution, it's persecution of this gun store being the last bastion of freedom. It's in the communist state of San Francisco or city, whatever. The Daily Mail writes that while announcing the proposal, City Supervisor Mark Farrell, I'm sure he's a man's man, you know what I'm saying, said easy access to guns and ammunition continue to contribute to senseless violent crime here in San Francisco. He told Fox News. Yeah, that's what's contributing to the senseless violence in San Francisco. Not your idiot rules and regulations, not your sanctuary city policies. No, nothing like that. It's the guns. Oh, brother. Now, like I said, this Highbridge Arms, this gun store is the last holdout. Pawn shops long ago stopped being able to sell guns. Other gun stores have been basically run out of town on a rail. They don't want to have anything to do with them. Hey, that's their city's prerogative. Now, the city is not closing them down. They don't have any legal right to do that. They're basically, as governments do, they regulate businesses that they don't like out of business. That's what they do. They just regulate them right out of business so they can't operate business due to the unbelievably stringent regulations. And I guess the straw that broke the camel's back is the city is going to now require Highbridge Arms to literally film the receipt of every weapon that anybody takes out of the store. And this is a legal transaction. They've already been through all the background checks. They've already done everything they need to do to obtain a legally authorized weapon in California, in the city of they still are, the new regulation is that they require, the gun stores is being required to film these recipients leaving with their guns, and then the film footage, the surveillance footage, is to be passed on to police. So, and who knows where it's going to go after that? Who's going to end up with this footage? Who's going to end up with this surveillance footage? Who is it going to be? One of Bloomberg's groups or one of these stupid mothers groups or something like that? I don't know. but I guarantee you it's not going to remain private for long. And so I think the stores made the right decision. I know it's a sad decision for them, but this is what it is. I mean, you guys live in San Francisco. You live in California. What the heck do you expect? Now, the store's general manager, Stephen Alcairo, whatever, said the store was already supplying police with information obtained from its 17 surveillance cameras in the store. 17 cameras? Holy crap. But not by choice. He said, what we don't do is voluntarily give private information to the police department. Of course you don't do that. Voluntary, we just don't do that. People are very private about their information. Now, if I was an anti-gun, if I was an anti-gun person, I was going to say something extremely off-color, so I'll hold my tongue. It had something to do with a princess. But at any rate, if I was an anti-gun nut, how I would react to him saying people are very private about their information. Oh, what are they trying to cover up? What kind of illegal transaction are they trying to cover up? When the reality of it is, of course they're private with the information because they're afraid of the government. You all should be afraid of your own government, particularly you dopes out in San Francisco. Who knows what they're going to come up with next? I'd be afraid too. I wouldn't want to give them any information. So by closing the Highbridge Arms, the last known gun store in the city of San Francisco, of course there's gun stores and you can obtain guns legally on the outskirts of town, not within San Francisco proper. So what the heck good is that going to do? But it's the moral of the story. It goes to the point of the matter of anti-gun nutness. I know nutness isn't a word. Give me a break. Now, city resident and NRA member Chris Chang said, I'm confident that this is a good one. I'm confident that the criminals will still be able to acquire firearms through the trunks of cars and other nefarious sources within the city limits. It's terribly sad that San Francisco will no longer have a gun shop. I'll be honest with you, folks. I'm surprised they lasted this bloody long. I can't believe that San Francisco had a gun shop all this whole time. It's stunning what these guys must have had to endure over the years. But Mr. Chang is 100% correct. I can unconditionally guarantee you that you could go to any, we'll say, seedy section of any major metropolitan area, of any city in the nation, I don't care where it is, you go to one of the seediest sections, and I can guarantee you could probably buy anything up to an RPG or rocket launcher or something like that, shoulder-fired missile, out of somebody's trunk. Guarantee it, money in the bank, baby. So these dopes basically have taken away the one alternative within the city limits. Yeah, you can leave the city limits and then come back, and then they probably have some sort of laser monitoring device that can read that you're carrying a gun back into the city, even if it's legally owned. And they set up a dragnet for you on the city limits with gun sniffing dogs and who knows what else to turn you around and get you out of the city, because the only people that are able to get guns, and the only people that who should have guns in the city of San Francisco are criminals and illegal aliens, who are, again, by definition, are criminals. But at any rate, so there you have it. Another win for the anti-gun, anti-common sense left. Way to go, guys. So when you all get shot up by all the criminals in your city, don't come crying to us.